If every 17-year-old went on Rotary Exchange, then there would be no more world wars. It's kind of a bold statement. That was from Rotary President Carl Steinham. He was Rotary President between 2016 and 2017. Another one is students mature 3 years mentally during 1 single year abroad. That's another quote that Rotary Exchange uses to promote study abroad. So obviously, with traveling, it's fantastic. There's food, there's sites, you can take pictures, you get to go to traditional parties, it's amazing. But that's not the exchange, that's not what's important in the exchange. Exchange is more than that. It's about life experience. And it's about learning languages and learning how to connect with different cultures and different people and how to create different long-lasting friendships. One big thing with exchange is it's a responsibility. I mean, you take on international paperwork, be that visas, passports, residence cards. It's stressful, and even most U.S., less than half of the U.S. population has a passport. That's just, it's astounding. It's crazy. The research that you have to do beforehand, it's hard, it's difficult. I mean, it's like going to Germany and not knowing that a ring on your right hand means that you're married instead of on your left hand. So you go to a meeting with your class ring on and everyone's looking at you weird because you're 17 and married. That was news to me. It's a lot of discipline, self-discipline. You look up facts and you try and learn the language on your own in your bedroom. It's crazy hard and ridiculous. And you put Post-it notes all over your refrigerator and your cupboards and your spoons to know what they are. And they're not instant results. It's slow and it's a lot of work. But the language, specifically the language, is one of the most rewarding things. While you're traveling, language, it can either create a barrier or it opens up a lot during travels. So reading in Germany, in a German museum, in German, is so different than reading in Germany, in a German museum in English. It's like a different world. There's little idioms, like how English we say, we're sweating like a pig, and in German you say the equivalent of I kiss your eyes when you understand somebody or you really like them, which sounds kind of a tad crazy in English, but it's normal. It's really normal. It kind of made me think of my own language a lot more too, so I understood the difference between preterite and imperfect in English more when I learned it in German, because in English it was natural and I didn't think about it and it didn't matter because I knew what it should sound like, and in German I had no idea. So I figured it out and then I knew what they meant in English too, so that was cool. But language also, it helps you connect with friends. So getting invited to go to coffee after school or have someone to sit with at lunch or something to do on the weekends, it actually adds a lot to when you're away. And not only friends from your host country, but I also got the chance to have friends from places like Peru and Mexico, Belgium, Brazil, Australia, Austria, Argentina, Colombia, and a lot more. There were about 45 exchange students where I went, and it was amazing. The friendships are something that I still have today, and I talk to them all the time, and we FaceTime very late in the night if it's someone that's earlier than me or really early in the morning if I'm talking to my host parents in Germany because they're 6 hours behind. And it's stuff that you just never think about. Going on exchange, it's crazy, and it's scary and nerve-wracking, and sometimes, well, like kind of a lot of the times, it seems impossible, and like you can't make it through a whole year without your family and your friends and your school or your dog. And that's like multiplied when you're 16 and 17 and sometimes occasionally 15 years old. But the German test that I took in math class when I was in Germany was the hardest thing that I ever had to do because I could barely understand it while it's in English, and then you put another language in and it makes it a tad harder. But it was also incredibly rewarding. And meeting that many people from that many backgrounds, that many countries and continents squished into one place, becoming bilingual, and making friends that spread around the world after 12 months. They're things that I learned the value of very quickly, and I believe that everyone should have the chance to do that.